peeps? Today I am at Al Sirkal Avenue in the Al Goz district. I'm here because they have one of the best karak chais in all of the world right here. You heard it first. I'm gonna go inside, have myself some chai, talk to the boys, and also have some of their awesome street food bites. So check it out, you're gonna love it.
Chaiwala chai chai, karak masala, signature project Chaiwala chai chai, Samosa chai, Chaiwala chai chai.
You know, every time I have a karak, I look for a few things that straight away, just by looking at it, I'm like, this karak is good. One is color. You need that rusty orange color, right? Yeah, sand dune. Yeah, like people don't get it. They're like, come on, dude. I'm like, no, I'm telling you, it's the real deal. Especially when you cook that, when you boil down that milk,
right.
and then you drop that tea right into the milk and you boil and you keep adding. I mean, that's the real deal. I don't do dairy anymore, but I'll make an exception for Project Chaiwala.
We have a non-dairy one.
The other one is I love that little layer, that fat, the milk fat up on top. So if you use good milk, if you
use fresh milk,
you get that.
Yeah.
And when I was little, I hated that, but now
because
it's the real deal. And then the texture in your mouth, obviously, right? And of course the foam. You gotta have, like, I was looking at this and I was like,
that's part of the form.
Yeah. I was like, man, you get those right. You tick those boxes. You're amazing. So hey, this is like definitely what do they call it in coffee? Like a 95 plus. This is definitely a 95 plus chai, man. So well done, guys.
Appreciate it.
But tell me, how did you guys and why did you guys get into this? I don't know. I always say you don't get into the F&B business to make money. You make money and then you go into the F&B business.
Right.
So I don't know if that was the case, or did something trigger your interest in an F&B business? What was it for you guys?
We both were working in the IFC as people do consulting, living the dream kind of. And then you reach that kind of moment where you're like, you want to do something more, something more creative, something more innovative. So there was no instant idea to get into just F&B immediately. It was just like, okay, I want to do something, and then I met Ahmed over there, and then we just started chatting. We were working together. It started off like, okay, let's do something with karak. Then we did the whole trip to India, which we call the tea pilgrimage.
Oh wow! So you guys went and this is like a research.
It was like, let's go find out from the source, like what we can bring different, right? Karak's everywhere. So
that's what we want to kind of bring to Dubai, a reflection of South Asia, this chai scene into a modern city like Dubai. Hence, I mean, as you've seen, the chai pour, and it's also like everything is sourced from there.
Yeah.
Organic, fair trade, etc. To respect, the art of the tea gardens as well. So we kind of got that experience, the street experience, the tea garden, art, and brought it to a modern city like Dubai.
Amazing.
Obviously, the product was the forefront. We went to the tea gardens. We learned about how tea really matters. I mean, so we learned all that. We met some characters along the way. We sourced some good quality tea, and then we went to the streets and we saw the chaiwalas, and that's how the idea came about. We're like, okay, this is different. This is something we can take to Dubai. If there was an aha moment for us, it was when we were looking at these chaiwalas in India, and we saw them pouring it. But for anyone in India, it's a regular part of their experience. When they go get chai, that's how it is. Over here, it was like, okay, this was missing.
What year did you guys actually open up?
2017 was our first pop-up. So we started off with pop-ups because we said, okay, we gotta test it out first. So, pop-ups 2017, followed by
2018
pop-ups.
here.
Nice. 2018 here.
Yeah.
And now you guys are how many branches?
Since today it's 6.
6 branches. That's
One in Time Out Market, Dubai, the new food hall concept.
We just opened this afternoon. So.
amazing, amazing. 6 in 3 years. That is, you know, I mean, in the restaurant business, they tell you if you pass year 3 and you're still alive with your first spot, then you're like in the top 20 percentile, right? Of people that are gonna make it. You
that's
guys,
my motivation for the week.
mashallah, mashallah.
I'm just exhausted.
Mashallah, no, that's amazing. Man. That's amazing. All right, one of these sandwiches, you gotta find yourself a good spot like this with, I think, and Seed, the designer of this, I believe, I could be wrong, but it looks like one of his masterpieces. You get yourself one of these vada pavs, which is cut in half, but also not cut in half. So look at that. That is a potato patty, and it's got just a ton of spices in there, raw onions. This is amazing, and I should get a lime as well. So I will get that. I'm gonna open this up, put a little bit of lime on there, and it is time to take a bite out of the sandwich. It's super messy, but super tasty. And you get to dip it in this sauce. And I'll tell you what, if you're an Emirati wearing a kandora, and you have one of these, and you don't mess up your kandora, all the power to you. That is good. And tell me a little bit about the food, because you've got some awesome stuff on the menu. I mean, I've been here before. Behind these doors, the Cinema Aqil, which belongs to your sister,
Right.
Buthena, who's done an amazing job with that.
So when we started, it was only chais, your teas and your hot chais and your muesli. Food came out because we realized, like, commercially, you needed to have other things, you know, for people to even munch on, and it increases, you know, the
ticket
average check.
size. Yeah,
of course. But then we said food is not going to be the hero. The hero is always going to be the chai, and anything we make will be complementary to the chai experience. So that's how it started off. So it was like, you know, smash mosa, which was our first invention. Was let's take a samosa and let's now deconstruct it. And then we came up with smash mosa, and it worked really well with chai. It started with that, and then I think we just built up around it. But it was all in-house. Like,
And inspired by street food more. That's something that goes well with chai.
All right, peeps, this is it. Smash mosa, which is basically northern style samosas. Vegetarian, of course, you've got potatoes in there. But look at all this color and this beauty. This actually reminds me of the flag of India. You've got the orange, you've got the white, you've got the green, but then you've also got the reds. I mean, there's pomegranate seeds over here, there's sev over here, there is all this masala up on top. This is amazing. And of course, under it all is the samosa. This is one of those things, peeps, where you gotta get a very large bite right there. So, sweet, savory, salty, crunchy, spicy, hot on the inside because they had that samosa in that heating oven, and then cold on the outside because it's got that yogurt. Wow, I'm just killing it with the dairy today. That is well worth it. This is awesome. I want to ask you about being in Dubai. You know, a lot of people look at concepts like this and they say, you know, this is a great concept. I could do this in San Francisco and this thing would take off. I could do this in London and it'd take off. Why did you guys decide to do this here, other than the fact that you guys are from here? And what has Dubai done to help you guys get to where you are today?
I mean, firstly, most importantly, the vision of Dubai inspires, you know, me personally, of, you know, how you can create something from nothing. You know, everybody's doing it, and there is that affirmation. So
yeah, and the courage, it gives you courage, right? It's like,
yeah,
do it.
Plus, it has, I think, the best kind of mix of demographics anywhere in the world. For us, that was important if we were going to make a global brand. It's like, how do we test it across 200 nationalities? Why would we want to go anywhere else? If I want to go to the UK or the US, which has lesser number of nationalities in an area, I'd rather test it out here first, because then I know it's going to work there.
Amazing. So last question, guys, because I always tell people over here, It's kadak, not karak. I keep telling people because I always write it with a D.
Right.
And everybody's like, dude, why are you writing it with a D? And I said,
Yeah.
that's the way you say it. But if you say it fast, it sounds like an R. And we kind of, we turned it into karak, right?
Yeah.
Over here. But so what do you guys think? Is it a D or is it an R?
First of all, it's karak chai.
Yeah.
Not karak only. Because
Correct. Yeah, because
That
it's
doesn't mean
thick and
anything.
strong. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
strong
means
chai,
strong,
right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I'll go with you. You have my vote.
Correct. Yeah, I think so. I think phonetically in the Indian language it is karak.
Karak, yeah.
So
The D.
Yeah.
that's the yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a different debate.
Yeah, that's a different video all in all.
Yeah.
Amazing. Look, guys, man, this is amazing. I can't wait to one day, you know, like I said, fly into New York City, drive to Brooklyn,
You're
and get
pouring.
one of you guys to give me a chai in one of these.
Inshallah.
Awesome,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you so much, man. This is
Thank you for
amazing.
having us.
Thank you.